his toughest guy that he faces in baseball is Ichiro. He's 20 for 45, a 444 clip. You know, each got 2 hits last night. He stole the base. He's leading the league in stolen bases. Kind of like to see the great one take this game over. Put it on his back, huh? How about that? Number 3, stay close, win late. Well, the Mariners are 13-1 when they lead after 7. They're 4-1 in their last at bat. That bullpen is bulletproof. And you know what? The late inning heroics, you kind of get that feeling, Brad, that somebody is going to deliver late in the ballgame for this team.
Just keep it close, and they'll find a way to win as they've done. Brendan Ryan, the walk-off earlier. That was on Friday night. Hopefully they'll get this series win. We'll see how you did in the Keys. Can't do any worse than we did, I guarantee you that. Find out the post-game show. Thank you. Up to the booth now. It's Dave Sims, Mike Flowers talking about, yes, the rubber match of this game, and happy Mother's Day to your families, guys.
All right, same to you, Brad. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. A couple of 32-year-old left-handers going today as the Mariners try to get their 4th consecutive series win. It really sounds good putting the Mariners in that kind of sentence. The starters today, a couple of 32-year-old left-handers. Good matchup.
It should be a good matchup, and I think the reason why is because Eric Bedard has certainly thrown the ball much better as of late. His last 2 outings working through 7 innings, so it looks like the Eric of old. And then, of course, everybody knows Burley, the veteran's been around for a long time. We know he will work fast. He will throw a lot of strikes. Look for the Mariners offensively to be aggressive with him.
Mark, send him home early. Burley's got 7 career wins against the Mariners, 1 here at Safeco Field. Meanwhile, Eric Bedard has been outstanding his last 3 starts, going 7 innings in each.
And I think the biggest thing for him is he's been able to adjust when something hasn't worked. In the first outing you were talking about, he really had great command of his fastball. The next time out, he struggled a little bit with that, but was able to find his breaking ball and his changeup. And as the game progressed, eventually was able to throw his fastball for strikes. I think in today's game, we've seen the White Sox, they're aggressive. If he can command his fastball and work inside, set up his changeup and breaking ball, he should have another good day.
Since the early part of the previous decade, the Chicago White Sox lead the American League Yankees by 4. You're excited to come to the ballpark on Mother's Day. It was raining a few hours ago, but now let the sun shine in. They opened the roof at 11:40 a.m. this morning here in Seattle, and we are set for some baseball on Mother's Day. Welcome to Safeco Field, everybody. This is Mariner Baseball. First pitch from Eric Bedard to Juan Pierre's in there for a called strike. Dave Sims, along with Mike Flowers and the Roots Sports crew. Glad to have you with us. Mariners trying to win their 4th consecutive series. They've taken out Detroit, Boston, and Texas and trying to add Chicago, the White Sox, to that belt. Home plate umpire today, Mark Rippinger. Mike Winters is at first, Mike Malinsky at second, and Mark Wagner, he's at third. Dart's been on a good roll. Check swing, but Dart in his last 2 games, a 1-1 record, a 2.05 ERA. Juan Pierre, as we salute Breast Cancer Awareness Month here on Mother's Day with, I got my pink wristband on. I feel like Dusty Baker up here in the booth. Pink bats, pink necklaces. No one has really stepped out and gone for the pink shoes, not even Ichiro.
What about Mr. Baines over at first base?
There you go. H. Baines, one of the great DHs of all time. There he goes. Rocking the pink. There you go, H. Fashionably attired with the pink necklace. He's got the wristband on. Good guy. Juan Pierre, hot in the month of May, hitting .412, a 7 for 17 average. Swing and a miss, and he's gone. Good pitch by Eric Bedard. Take a look at the starting lineups for the White Sox. Mike?
Thank you, Dave. And the rest of the lineup, Dunn and Canerco, the 2 guys hitting 3rd and 4th, have to be careful with them. They can hit it out of the ballpark at any time. And how about Brent Lillibridge, the University of Washington product, in the lineup today? He will hit 6, and he's hitting .321 to start of this season. Dave mentioned Bedard has pitched much better in his last couple of games. ERA coming back down. 23 strikeouts for him in the 32 2/3 innings.
Like Juan Alexi Ramirez slumping miserably in May, 3 for 22. Went 0 for 4 last night. Bedard, in his last couple of starts, opponents have hit just 146 against him. And it's the first time he's had back-to-back quality starts since May 09. As you know, Texas was just in here the other day, and Ron Washington said, when he watched Bedard pitch, said it's sort of unnerving because he has that sort of placid look on his face. He said, it looks like he doesn't even care. He's just out there ranking in fastballs in there, the curveballs. He said, you don't know what he's thinking. Strike 3 call. Good start for Eric Bedard. 2 up, 2 down.
Jackknife from the right-handed hitter. Looks like a good pitch right on the inside corner, the knees. Take a look at the defense behind Eric today. Bradley, Saunders, and Ichiro in the outfield. On the infield, Luis Rodriguez filling in for Biggins. Biggins hit a ball off of his knee in last night's game, so he wasn't able to go.
Adam Dunn popping it up out of play. Luis Rodriguez in for Figgins. Gives chase. So fans here at the ballpark, they have shed the sweaters in a lot of cases. I know they're happy about that. Dunn hitting 165. Still making that transition from being a first baseman. He's played in the outfield when he was with Cincinnati. Last couple of years with Washington. Had a cup of coffee with Arizona after a trade a few years ago. Two balls, 1 strike. The giant of a man, 285 pounds, and he can really put a charge into it.
Those guys that'll fill up a batter's box. Not much room in that box for him.
Down low, 3-1. Dart trying to get final out here in the first inning. Slight shift for Dunn. Counts run full. On deck, hitter Paul Konerko. He's got the pink shoes on. Way to go, Paulie. Payoff pitch to Adam Dunn. Oh, that ate up Olivo in the hand. You could see him jump.
Take a look at the swing from Dunn. Gets a fastball out over the plate. Just gets a piece of it.
Contrast in styles. Bedard, Wade delivered. Burley, he's always in motion. The 3-2 to Adam Dunn. Strike three call. So Bedard, a fine start on Mother's Day. Strike out swinging, strike out looking, and got you looking again. Mariners coming to bat. I'm with this guy. Can I sign up for something like that? Congratulations. You reached your 80th birthday. Well done. Many, many more as we take a look at the Mariners batting order, Mike.
Ichiro with a couple of hits in yesterday's game. He will lead things off. Rodriguez filling in for Biggins. He hits second smoke, hitting .359 against left-handers this year.
Early ready to go. And first pitch down low. Mark is 7-4 career against the Mariners in 16 games, 15 starts, an ERA of 3.95. Be interesting to see what, if anything, the Mariners do to slow his pace down. You get him cranking, boy, he'll be a pitch every few seconds, and he's already in that mode.
See his numbers overall: 4.37 ERA, 45 1/3 innings for him, 14 walks, 22 strikeouts.
Strike Ichiro 2-2. It's like he's having a catch out there.
Well, Mark's not overpowering, but he will live on the corners, as you just saw from the tracer. All those pitches right on the outside corner.
Ichiro, is it enough? Will it stay fair? No. Steve Stone does broadcast for the White Sox. Just flips that out of there. He's so good at that. Steve Stone, great pitcher in his own right in his day. I said, how fast did you work? 2-2 to Ichiro. Ramirez throws out Ichiro first out. He said, one day I was pitching with Baltimore, and Ray Miller, the pitching coach, came out. He said, I got a message for you. He says, yeah, really? From who? your infielders. They're falling asleep. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, Burley's just the opposite of that. As an infielder, you have to like playing behind him. He works quickly. You're going to get some action, especially if you're on the left side of the infield.
Here's Luis Rodriguez. His 4th start at third, his 11th start overall. Grounds one down to the third baseman, Morel. And a quick 2 outs.
Take a look at the defense. Alex Rios out in center field. Brent Lilovich. Mill Creek, he is in right field. Beckham will start at second. Paul Konerko, well, he had some hand issues last night, but he's back in the lineup. And then Ramon Castro will do the catching this afternoon.
2 outs for Milton Bradley. 9 for 29 career against Burley. Milton 0 for 4 last night. A couple of strikeouts. Strike 1. In spite of that loss last night, Mariners have won 3 of their last 5. 8 of the last 11. Milton behind 0-2. Last year, opening day, Burley with that unbelievable play coming towards the line. He flipped it between his legs to Konerko. Is one of the best athletic plays I've seen by anybody, but especially from a pitcher. That's one of the great baseball plays ever. 2-2. And a Gold Glove winner of the last 2 years coming in as Lillibridge, and the Mariners are done 1-2-3 in the first. Here on Mother's Day, got a good looking day to enjoy some baseball. Mariners and the White Sox, no score. On Eric Bedard, off to an outstanding start in the first inning against these White Sox.
Eric ends up striking out the side in the first inning, and I thought one of the big keys is he had command of his fastball. Well, early on, it looks like that is the case. 80% of his pitch is fastball so far.
A good beginning. He faces Paul Konerko. Alex Rios and Brett Lillibridge here in the second inning. Remember last night, Konerko was trying to shake something out. Had some injury, an injury near his thumb. And he said sometimes it'll lock up on him in non-baseball movements. All of a sudden he could be, picking up a can of groceries or something, and it'll lock up on him. That's how he's trying to shake it up last night. The x-rays proved nothing. Here's a little dump shot right field. It falls in for a base hit. Paul Konerko. Good day for the fans. Let Larry pitch or bring us from. Are getting hitched. Bring rally fries. That's interesting. Very expressive crowd, Mariner fans.
Nice to see the sun on him today.
Amen. But the night Alex Rios had last night, 4 for 4, 2 runs scored, an RBI, went up 27 points in his batting average. Unique style, the way he holds his bat below his waist. In there for strike. First Sox base runner here in the ballgame. Canerco at first. Back with another strike, 0-2. Bottom of the order last night was spectacular for these White Sox. Look at that. Rios, Beckham, and Morel. Just remarkable. And a line, Rodriguez goes to Jack Wilson. 1, smoke for 2. Around the horn they go. Nice turn, 2 down.
And it looks like Eric Bedard is on his game again. Look how far he gets in there, right on the label, jams Rios. Easy ground ball for Rodriguez, filling in for Biggins today, and a nice turn by Jack.
Mariners had 3 double plays last night. And that cut off what could have been a lot of damage in the first 3 innings. As it was, White Sox went on to win 6-0 on a 17-hit attack. There's Brett Littlebridge, his fan club. Boy, did he make highlight reels a couple of weeks ago with the Yankees. Get a couple of game-saving catches in extra innings to win a game in the Bronx.
Mill Creek product, went to Jackson High School, then on to the University of Washington. Off to a nice start, hitting .321 with 3 homers.
It leads the club at slugging, 643. An infielder by trade. Came over from Atlanta in December '08. Catcher Tyler Flowers and 2 other minor leaguers for Boone Logan and Javier Vasquez, a couple of pitchers. 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes on that foul ball.
Good fastball from Eric, topping out at 92 miles an hour.
One-two pitch to Littlebridge. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Bedard has had a double play and struck out 4 of the 6 men he's faced, 3 of them looking. Outstanding beginning to a Mother's Day game here in Seattle. No score, the White Sox and the Mariners. Generation celebrating Mother's Day here at the ballpark. I like it. Tell you what, it might be a clubhouse leader here, Mike.
I think so.
That and the 80-year-old guy. I like that. Grandma up top. Here's Miguel Olivo. Fouled it into the glove of catcher Ramon Castro. Strike one. Miguel, a much-deserved night off last night. Chris Jimenez did the catching, went 0 for 3. Remember that ball that Jimenez had to catch that was going over his head? It was a 1st and 3rd situation, and he said Doug had given him the sign to do the first, to fake the throw to 3rd and go to 1st. There's Olivo driving one into the gap. It's cut off by Rios. Base hit for Miguel Olivo on a 1-1 pitch.
Yeah, the one I was talking about carrying his rotator out.
Right, and that was he was supposed to throw to 3rd. So Chris says, "I'm just sitting there," and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's throwing it!" He had to get up and over. He said, "Dude, I have never been so scared in my life."
Well, nice recovery.
Nice stroke there by Olivo to get things started here in the 2nd inning. Here's Justin Smoke. Eric Wedd's not pleased with the ball club's offense last night. They produced just 3 hits. So he let the group know about it and let certain individuals know about it. Just didn't like it. Didn't like the feel. Smoke, a hot hitter right now. He did go 0 for 3 last night. Smoke, 2nd in batting average to Ichiro, and a home run and RBI leader. Taylor made double play. 2 down. Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. Quick 2 for Mark Burley. Twins come to town for quick 2 game set with the Mariners Monday, May 16th. Also the next BECU half price family night, where you can get tickets to see the Mariners and Twins for as little as $10 per person. Get your tickets at mariners.com/specials. How does Burley change the game? You read the promos even faster.
That's a fact. Unfortunately for the Mariners, Smoke hit that ball on the button just right after shortstop. Nice one hopper, easy double play. But you're right, he will work fast. I think we're going to see the Mariners probably after they get through the line the first time calling timeout, trying to slow him down, especially if he's in a good groove.
Perfect game and a no-hitter to his credit. That is skied. Ramirez calling off his 3rd baseman, Morel. Nice play. Had a good angle on it. And Burley throws a 1-2-3 double play, helping him in the 2nd inning. No score. A couple of lefties getting after it here on Mother's Day. This Mother's Day, the 8th of May, 2011. Mariners baseball, no score. A couple of left-handers having a good first couple of innings. Eric Bedard and Mark Burley. Leading off is Ramon Castro, the backup catcher. A.J. Przinsky getting a blow today. This will be Castro's 8th start of the season, first in 5 days. He homered against the Mariners' trip to Chicago last year. Castro, Gordon Beckham, and Brett Morrell, 7, 8, 9 here in the 3rd inning. Soft speed pitch by Mr. Bedard. 1 and 2. Struck out 4, 3 looking. In fact, the last 3 strikeouts have been all looking. Off speed pitch fouled.
You can throw that curveball. It'll get down 74 miles an hour in that range. And when you can do that, throw it for strikes, or throw a harder one and bounce it when you want to.
Yep.
Have the ability to pop a fastball in there at 91, 92. Yeah, it's still working on his changeup.
Get you off balance.
Yeah.
Keep you off balance. Swing and a miss. And down goes Castro for strikeout number 5 as we check in with Angie Menting.
Dave, the Texas Rangers hosting the Bronx Bombers in Arlington. At the top of the 5th, Derek Jeter leads off the inning with his first home run of the season. It's our Sterling Savings Bank score. He also would hit his 2nd in this game. And right now, Texas Rangers on top. Dave, back to you.
Jeter's first home run, Angie, since last August, late August last year. They've been on him in New York.
Have they?
Just a little bit. He might be the prince of the city, but they're saying, hey, pal.
Hey, Prince, get a few more hits.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me.
Yeah, he's not even immune. Gordon Beckham, second baseman. Actually, hey, pal is more Philly. That's more. You'll hear that when the Phillies come out here in June. It's Lou Pinella's son. So a lot of times, if you hear a guy start with "Hey, pal," he's not really thrilled with you right now.
Well, I think what you have to be thrilled with is Eric Bedard so far. 32 pitches, 25 strikes, just 7 balls. First pitch strikes to 7 of the 8 batters. He is throwing the ball extremely well here early in the game.
Nothing like being healthy. 1-2. Fly ball right field. Ichiro. 5 steps, 2 outs. Well, you get a healthy Bedard to go with Felix, Pineda. Those are your big 3 right now. Vargas is coming. Pfister is, still finding it right now, but Vargas is on the come. You got 4 guys who are really on a nice little roll here.
For me, I think that if Eric continues down the path he's pitched like he has in his last couple of games, I think you put their 5-man rotation up against anybody's.
Could buy that.
In the American League.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the Phillies mixed in with that.
Yeah, we'll see them for 3 days in mid-June.
Yeah.
We'll get plenty of that. Team ERA 3.84 coming into today's action for the Mariners.
A lot of that work's coming out of the bullpen too. The guys out there
that,
are really good. Yeah. And the other thing I like too is Mariners have really shored up their defense. Made just 1 error in the last 8 games. So the things that we thought were going to be strengths for them are coming true at this point.
Just enough timely hitting, and the Mariners are 2 games under 500 here on Mother's Day. Bouncing ball, foul. Mariners 7th in ERA. White Sox are 10th. Mariners are last in batting average, 12th in runs. So their pitching's definitely carrying the story. And as we mentioned, just enough hitting. And as the old song goes, wishing and hoping, or wishing and hoping for more. 1-2 to Morrell with 2 out, nobody on. I got jumped on Olivo, the catcher. 2-2. Mark Morrell, highly regarded young third baseman for the Chicago White Sox.
Had a nice night last night. 3 hits in the game.
2-2. Bedard's ready. Here comes the 2-2. Off-speed pitch laced into left center field. Bradley getting to it. And Morel will hold with the base hit. Second hit for the Sox this afternoon. During select Mariner home games this season, you're going to be able to save $5 per seat. Enjoy $2 Soto hot dogs and special Mariners team store discounts. The next value night here at Safeco Field is Tuesday, May 17th. Twins will be in town. Get your tickets at mariners.com/specials. Don't drop a bit. Enjoy it. Top of the order, Juan Pierre. I bet the night he had last night, back-to-back plate appearances, bases loaded, got hit in the tricep, drove in a run in the 5th, got hit by Laffey in the 6th. So I saw one before the Little League parade. I said, had there not been a man on second, you were stealing that bag, weren't you? He says, you know it. He led the league in getting hit by a pitch last year with 21. I said, that sounds like a throwback to Mr. Robinson's days. Yes, was the answer.
I'm impressed he doesn't have any armor on today to protect himself after getting hit a couple of times on the arm.
Misses. 2-0. Runner at first, Brett Morel is 1 for 2 in base stealing. There's a strike. Back in the game here, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Three-one count. Second time Bedard's had a 3-ball count. He's aboard. First walk issued by Bedard. Good wheels out there with Pierre and Morel. Alexi Ramirez, the hitter, struck out 3 pitches, called out on strikes. Last year at this time on Mother's Day, the Mariners finished up 11-14 record. Got swept by the Texas Rangers. Today, ball club 16-18. Breaking ball for strike.
Last night's game, Doug Vister was living on Ramirez's hands, just jamming him up, throwing good two-seam fastballs in on his hands. Jammed him a couple of times. One of them turned into a double play. Nice little soft line drive that Doug was able to catch.
That was in the 3rd inning. Hit a double into a double play in the 1st inning. Yeah, he definitely was all over. 0-1. 2 out, 2 on. Ontario, Canada native Eric Bedard. Really found his stride here the last couple of games. 0-1. And on his hands again. And hearing to the scouting report, 0-2.
You look at Ramirez, he's up in the box, standing close to home plate. trying to get in the kitchen. Been successful so far. See how close he is to home plate. He's way up in front of the box.
0-2 pitch. On that one.
This is a breaking ball. Still trying to go down and in.
Hopefully the fan is okay. It appears to have been an injury down there. 0-2 is the count with 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch from Bedard. Took something off. That got fouled back. Oh, geez. Got a little girl. Seems to be okay. Easy for me to say from about 300 feet, but.
Staying in her seat. Hopefully she's all right.
Do it again. 0-2 to Ramirez. Struck him out. High heat got him. Half a dozen strikeouts already for Eric Bedard through 3. He strands 2 of the White Sox here in the 3rd inning. Will. Jack Wilson leading off against Mark Burley. Takes a strike. Jack Wilson, Michael Saunders, Brendan Ryan. Bottom of the 3rd inning, no score. Good ball game. Burley back at it. This one popped up. Ramirez, the shortstop, will take it. 1 out. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. From left to right, you got Camden, Danielle, Mom, Jackie, and Bobby on the camera. Bobby, good family affair there, pal. Get everybody. Hey, at least they can keep track of you, right, Bob? Here's the shot Bob's given to us today. Great work as always, Bob. 1 out here in the 3rd. Here's Michael Saunders, 0 for 3 last night.
Michael asked for a new baseball. Sometimes when you get on the hitter's baseball and to put some pine tar on it, so he wanted to get it out of play, and that's exactly what happened.
Burley's given up just 1 hit. Leadoff single to Miguel Olivo, left center field. In the 2nd inning, Miguel erased in a double play. 1-1. Saunders' career 0 for 3. Against Burley, more importantly, he's trying to break an 0 for 20. Popped it up. Playable. Castro's got a chance. He's there, and he makes the play. Sure, you joined Major League Baseball and going to bat against breast cancer. Purchase your pink bat today at MLB.com. And $10 will be donated to the Susan G. Komen for the Cure. Let's join together and help fight breast cancer. TV 10 for the youngster. There's Brendan Ryan. That game-winning hit a couple of days ago. So what about your first two? Yeah, remember him? 09 against Marmol of Chicago, fouled off a bunch. He was sitting on a slider and hit his best pitch. Then he beat Javier Lopez. There's Brendan Ryan asking for time
and didn't get it.
Didn't get it. 1-1. Well, Levo, same thing happened to him. And the other walk-off for Ryan was against Javier Lopez. 2-0 count, reached out across the plate, slapped it into right field for a game winner.
I think you'll see the Mariners continue to do that.
Why not?
Yeah, try to slow them down.
This is when you want to refer to the Mike Hargrove reel.
I think so. I mean, quite frankly, Burley can't do anything until the batter gets in the box, and may as well take your time, adjust the batting gloves a few times if it's necessary, and to try to slow him down, because he not only works fast, but when he gets in a groove, he can repeat pitches.
Reaches out, dribbles that one to Beckham, scoop with the glove. 1-2-3 inning for Mark Burley. We're going to have to refer to the Hargrove reel, the Nomar Garcia Parra, anything to slow him down. No score. Time to play your AT&T trivia question. And today's question: how many active pitchers have thrown 2 no-hitters in the major leagues? 1, 2, 3, or 4? A, B, C, or D? Text 95323 for your answer. Adam Dunn leads off. Thus far, Mr. Bedard has been outstanding, giving up just 2 hits. He struck out a half dozen already through 3 innings.
We saw Justin Verlander become a member of that club, throwing his no-hitter yesterday.
And wow, look out. That goes foul. Goodness gracious. he can light it up, can't he?
Different sound, right?
Totally. That's what got me more than anything.
He gets a fastball inside. Take a look at that swing. There's no doubt he's trying to get it in the air.
Struck out looking first time. How many active pitchers have thrown 2 no-hitters? I'll go with 3. C.
I say 2.
2? All right, that's big. All right, very good.
We have Verlander. The other one's on the mound for the White Sox. I believe Burley's thrown a couple.
Got a perfecto and a no-no. Dunn, Konerko, and Rios 3-4-5 here for the Sox. Slight shift for Dunn. Broke his bat big time. Jack Wilson has an easy play, 1 out.
Comes right back inside again. This time Dunn not able to get to it, and you can see the splinters flying off of the bat.
Medic.
He has been sharp with his fastball today. Take a look at it. 54 pitches, 40 of them for strikes, just 14 balls.
That's not the like. Konerko, base hit to right, dumped one in right in front of Ichiro. Strike one. Bedard, when nobody's on, he works at a decent pace. Not Burley-esque, but not bad. One and one. Konerko 7-23 with a couple home runs against Bedard. Bedard is moving guys' feet here and there. I was talking to Jamie Navarro yesterday about Pineda. You will see more of that next time out. Didn't do enough in his last start a couple days ago. Moving guys off the plate, working too fast for him. Paint job outside corner, 2-2.
When you're a young pitcher like Michael is, and you have the ability to throw as many strikes as he does, it's going to be a constant reminder, either from Olivo, Carl Willis,
Jamie.
Yeah, let him know when he needs to do that.
Fly ball left field, giving chase towards the line. Milton Bradley just runs out of room.
Nice catch by the fan.
That's a nice catch indeed. Steve Bartman seats down there.
Oh, he was fine.
That's the equivalent area.
Yeah.
Safeco to Wrigley. Was a nice catch. The American League Championship was not on the line. Good hitter, Paul Konerko, 2-2. High drive, deep left. That's bullpen bound. And it hits off the fence, off of Milton's glove. Double for Konerko.
Thought maybe he had enough of it. 8 home runs coming into the game as you take a look at the swing by Konerko. That gets in there just enough. Didn't quite get all of it as Milton goes back, tries to make the catch up against the fence. I'd say that's about 3/4 of the way up.
Konerko's 4th double. Ball leads the ball club in hits. It's 2 today, gets him 38 for the season. One out, runner in scoring position. That's the 3rd Chicago hit. 1 hit in each of the last 3 innings now.
Second runner for Chicago in scoring position.
Let's see what Bedard can do with Rios and Lillibridge and Castro still to come here. Ryan. Smoke comes off the bag. Nice job there to keep it in front and keep Konerko at second base. A base hit. Good effort all around.
Well, a couple things. Try to keep it on the infield with a runner at second base. Diving effort by Rodriguez. It's by him. It's a long throw from Brendan Ryan with his momentum going away from him. Nice job by Smoke. come off the bag and knock it down.
1 out, 2 on. For Brent Lillibridge, struck out looking his first time. Lillibridge's tires of waiting for Bedard. Bedard struck out 6, walked 1, giving up 4 hits. Swing and a miss. Good pitch.
Looked like Eric's changeup.
And Konerko, the base runners. Foul. The camera well, everybody was ducking, nobody get hurt. 0-2. You survived again, big fella. Way to go, Scott. Scott Bergen down there at third base. Lillibridge, an anthropology major at the UW.
Good pitch. Just off the plate. Nice pitch. He's really had good command of that inside fastball to the right-handed hitters. See the difference? Those that change up, come back with a little slow breaking ball, and then pow, hits a 92-mile-an-hour fastball in the inside corner.
Seems like it has even more giddy up, right?
Yep, that's exactly right. Jumps on you.
Swing and a miss, and Lillibridge, he's gone. Strikeout number 7. 2 outs here in the 4th.
And after speeding his eyes up with that fastball, come back with another off-speed pitch, and he's way out in front of it. Nice job of blocking the ball by Miguel.
Ramon Castro struck out his first time up. 2 out, 2 on. Bedard had 2 out, 2 on in the 3rd and got out of it, striking out Ramirez. To Ramon.
Yeah, like what Eric's doing is when he doesn't have anybody on, he's throwing a lot of fastballs, and he can switch gears, go softer early in counts when he's in a little bit of trouble.
Down low, 2-0. Straight away is how the Mariners play Castro. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Breaking ball hit in the left field. Milton Bradley charging the runner. Konerko coming around. Here's a throw by Bradley way offline. Dropped by Olivo. And the other runners will hold. And here comes Rios. He's going to try to score. And he makes it. Going all the way to 3rd is Castro. Rios saw that Olivo was well off the plate. Bedard was in the vicinity. He figured he could beat both. He did.
Milton has a strong arm in left field. You take a look at it, but the throw's going to be offline. Miguel trying to snatch the throw and get back to make a tag. Clanks it. And then you can see both Eric and Miguel going after the ball, and nobody is at home, even though Smoke tried to get there from the first base position. Could not beat Rios. You can watch both Miguel and Eric going after the ball. One of them needs to stay home. And Smoke coming in the last minute all the way from first base. Rios, good speed. Heads up play by Rios. Gets another run.
Castro goes all the way to 3rd. He had his head up. So he went to 2nd on the throw. error on Olivo gets him to third. 2 runs in. And an error, and Castro at third base for Gordon Beckham. Count 1-0 to him. At the end of the bat, got a lot of English on it. Jack Wilson's there, and he throws the smoke for the final out. The Sox scored twice on 3 hits and an error and leave a man. 2-0 Chicago. Here's what the fans said to our trivia question brought to you by AT&T. How many active pitchers have thrown 2 no-hitters in the major leagues? Fans went 59%. I went with C. That's what they went with. Mike went with 2B. The answer is 3. C. Verlander, Burley, and Halladay.
It's been a rough road trip for me.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
Gotta catch up. Gotta hit that off-speed pitch.
Either that or I'm going to have some conversations with Curtis.
Or you'll have to do like a predecessor of yours did.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Fans are on a roll, though. 17 and what, Curtis?
11.
17 and 11. Two and 1 Ichiro. Up the middle, base hit.
There you go. Put him in the stretch. That helps things a little bit. Itchy meter going to 45 now.
Keep it coming. Ichiro leading in 6 categories on the ball club.
Ichiro, boy, he just keeps his head on the ball better than anybody in this league. We were talking about it earlier, his ability to foul off good pitches. That's the reason why. Although it looks like a lot of body movement with him, his head's about as still as it gets.
Here's Rodriguez. See the results of his eye exams, right?
Oh, they have to be great.
Off the chart. th start this season for Luis Rodriguez, 4th at third base. Figgins, bad knee, fouled one off his knee last night. Hopped up. Panerco waving off Burley. Baseball rarities. You hit for the cycle, right?
I hit for the cycle, yes, in Chicago against these White Sox.
No hitters, 30-plus game hit streaks. Ether had his ended last night, 20 perfect games. Unassisted triple plays. Billy Wamgans, everybody, in the 21 World Series. 4 home run games in the natural cycles. That's getting them in order. Single, double, triple home run. That's really something. That's a day.
That's a day.
I'm buying. Don't worry about it. I got you covered, okay? Man, a natural cycle.
How did the guys that have done it, I wonder how many of them knew if they hit a home run, they're getting in the cycle.
You know one thing, going into that AB, they were feeling good.
Why not? You already have 3 hits on the day.
I mean,
probably have driven in a couple of runs.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're feeling. Natural cycle. How cool is that? Heck, you don't see that often in Little League.
No.
Runner goes. Hit the other way.
Nice.
Beautifully done. Did it? Oh, jeez. Tough break as it hit Ichiro. He was going to be at third.
Yeah, Milton will still get a hit, but Ichiro is out for the ball hitting him. Unfortunate. He could have walked at third. You have the game in motion. The second baseman going to cover. Ichiro looks like he never sees it to the last minute. Catches the bottom of his foot. Oh.
Mike Malinsky was right there. 4 unassisted if you're scoring at home. 2 outs. Tough break. Olivo with a base hit his first time up. Burley's got one of the best moves in baseball. Pop back this way. Well, that is a tough break. 0-1 to Olivo with Bradley at first. The middle. Ramirez playing a hole second and third as Miguel swings and misses. 2-2. You
tell Burley has a good move. Milton didn't have much of a lead and still had to dive back into first.
count. Full count to Olivo. Into right center field. That will get down for a base hit. The third base is Milton Bradley. Lillibridge gave it a good go, but Olivo with his second hit. Mariners with 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Looks like he gets a changeup away from him, hits it off the end of the bat. See the vibration of the bat when he makes contact. A little short hop by Lillibridge.
You talk about a bad break. Ichiro would have been scoring easily. See if Smoke can make up for it right here. Not smoking around the front. Justin hit into a double play his first time up. To center field, right at Alex Rios. That'll do it for the Mariners here in the 4th. They get 3 hits, leave 2, don't score. 2-0 Chicago.
Here at the Northwest Ford Sports Stash, the A's trying to climb over 500 in Kansas City. Kezvin Kuzminov in the top of the 6th inning takes Jeff Francis deep to center field. It's his 3rd home run of the season. Oakland wins it. Dave, back upstairs to you.
Thank you, Angie. Eric Bedard and the Mariners trail 2-0. We're in the 5th inning. Brent Morel, the 3rd baseman, leads off. Single to left, his first time up. Bedard struck out 7 already through 4. He's walked 1. A tough break for the Mariners. Hit and run looked like it was perfectly executed. Second baseman covering. And Ichiro knows the ball's coming, but he can't see it, and it hits him on his left foot. That's a tough break.
Yeah, I think he picked it up right when it was on him. You can see him trying to get out of the way the last second, ended up getting the bottom of his foot.
That's a helpless feeling, too.
Yeah.
2-1. Changeup fouled away. So that was unusual, and then you have Rios scoring in that 4th inning when the White Sox put up 2 runs on 3 hits and a Mariner error. Throw by Bradley offline, in and out of the glove of Olivo, and nobody covering home, and home invasion by Alex Rios. He scores a 2nd run. This one popped up. Smoke will give it a good look. Here he comes. Got to be careful. Out of room. He and Olivo hard charging. That's a collision you don't want to see. Morel to be followed by Juan Pierre and Alexei Ramirez. 9-1-2 here for the Sox. Ball misses. Sox will be back here in Seattle late August, 26, 27, 28. That's a weekend series. Mariners go to Chicago June 6, 7, and 8. 3 night games. Breaking ball, tap foul.
I think that's when you know Eric's pitching with a lot of confidence. Nobody out, nobody on. 3-2 count to the number 9 hitter, and he'll throw him a breaking ball as opposed to giving into him, pumping a fastball in there. That affects everybody up and down the line too, because the guys in the dugout see that. Keeps you from sitting on a pitch.
3-2.
When I say giving in, what I mean by that is pitchers sometimes will just, because they don't want to walk the batter, they'll just go ahead and throw a fastball. It's an easy pitch for them to throw for a strike. And what I mean by giving in, they'll just give in and throw it in the middle of the plate and hope they hit it at somebody. And Eric is not in that mode of thinking right now. It's going to make it tough on him.
3-2. Strike 3 call. Not much of a beef for Morel. That is the 8th strikeout for Bedard in 4 1/3.
Take a look at it. Good fastball going for the outside corner. That pitch probably just off the plate, but when you're consistently hitting the corner, sometimes you can expand the zone, and I think Eric was able to get away with that pitch as he has 8 strikeouts in the game. He has been razor sharp so far.
Top of the order, Juan Pierre, strikeout and a walk. Bedard, his last couple of starts, has gone 7 innings. First time he's gone 7 innings in consecutive starts since early May of 2008. Strike 2 to Pierre. The 0-2. That got Olivo again. He got one off the hand in the first inning. Mike Rippinger, the home plate umpire, I'd buy him a few extra seconds here to shake it off. Watch his forearm. Glove side. Yes, indeed.
Fortunate to hit that wristband. Probably the reason why he wears it. Give you a little protection.
Popped it up. Rodriguez has the play. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the 5th. 2-0 Sox. Time for the Banner Bank Building to the Future. How about Jake Schaefer, AA Jackson, left fielder, inside the park grand slam on Friday night. This season at 27 games, he's ripping it up at 349, 5 home runs and 17 RBI. That is fun to watch.
I would need a couple of them to run into each other and knock each other out for me to get inside the park homer.
You know, one of those Three Stooges deals. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah. And yes, I'm referring to even 20 years ago.
little qualifier,
yeah.
Little caveat there. Breaking ball hit a long way down the line. It is a foul ball. And somebody made another good catch again. That section having a good day. So 2 catches down there in that section. Guy with the brush cut and the red hair, he caught the first one. And a lady to your right in a white cap, somebody right next to her, I think, caught it. 1-1 to Ramirez.
They are just living on his hands right now. You can see that the first pitch is an off-speed pitch, and he's pulled a couple of those foul over into that section. And the reason why he's trying to speed the bat up, and he still can't get to that fastball, especially if it's up above the belt. And we've seen him. I mean, we both know he's an aggressive hitter. He's ready to hack.
He's 3 for 24. That includes today's 0 for 2. Good scouting report. Good advanced scouting by the Mariners. One on 2 strikes. Basic baseball axiom. We're going to keep pounding it till you beat us with it. You got to show us. 2-2, 2 out, nobody on. Let up a lot on that one.
It's a good changeup at 78 miles an hour.
Two nothing. The White Sox behind Mark Burley. 2 runs, 5 hits. Mariners no runs and 4 hits. 2-2 to Ramirez. He's defending about just about everything right now.
Well, he has to get it started so early, and Eric missed badly that time, one of the few times that he has, and he ends up shanking it foul. Eric was trying to go right back in there again and left it up out over the plate.
Gill sets up down low. Breaking ball. Foul.
Pitch coming up. Eric has changed speeds on him. All those off-speed pitches, he's pulling well foul.
Pitch number 8. That is just foul. Wow. We've seen Ramirez hit a few home runs against the Mariners in Chicago the last few years.
Take a look at the swing. That pitch is probably middle in. Didn't quite get it all the way in there, and he's able to get the barrel to it, but still can't keep it fair.
2-2. One more time. Bounced it up there. Counts run full.
We talked about his breaking ball, the soft one he can throw for a strike at 74. That last one 77, trying to spike it, see if he can get Ramirez to chase it. He's made Eric work in this at bat.
10-pitch battle. 2 out, nobody on. Payoff to Ramirez. Walked in. Second walk issued by Bedard. That'll bring up Adam Dunn. 2 out, a man on. Dunn seeing Bedard. First time he's ever faced him. This is the third plate appearance. He struck out looking. Wickbrook and bat ground out to second base. In that last at bat, a long, loud foul ball.
Been able to get his pitch count up. He's done a lot of pitches over the last 3 innings. Still working here in the fifth.
First pitch to Dunn. Strike one. Strike two to Dunn. Can't believe it. Just a little bit outside from the previous pitch. Guard will take it. Oh, 2 to Dunn with Ramirez at first. One and two. Walked a lot, starting the day tied for 10th in walks in the American League with 19. It's 1 and 2 here to Bedard. Big guy had an appendectomy operation in early April. Now trying to find a swing here in the American League. 1-2. It's a fly ball, left side. Play. Mariners in the home fifth in search of runs will have 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Cuss, Wilson, and Saunders. Two to Dunn. 2-2.
Straighten him up on that last pitch. See if he can open up the outside corner again. That's where he's been pitching him away. He will set up away again.
2-2. Now another full count. There goes on deck. David Pauly throwing in the Mariner bullpen. Ramirez at first. 2 out. Something's got to give here to Dunn. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. That's a big one. It ends the Chicago fifth inning. It's the 9th K through 5 for Eric Bedard. Mariners trail 2-0. Jack Cuss leads it off for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and the Root Sports crew here. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. High drive, center field. Going back is Rios. Watching, can't find it, off the fence. Jack Cuss with a double to lead off the Mariner 5th inning. So Cuss getting some height, some elevation, and some distance here for his 5th double of the season.
Rios usually plays a shallow center field. And this ball was hit so high, I thought maybe Rios was going to be able to run it down. He has good speed out there, but just can't get to it as it short hops the fence. So the Mariners have some action with a runner on second leading off the 5th inning.
405 to straight away, hit it about 403. Here's Jack Wilson. Trying to get that runner over to third. Push bunt, popped it up. Still going to get the job done with a base hit. How about that? Job done, and done well in the final analysis.
Take a look at it. He pops it up. I thought Konerko was going to come in and try to make the catch. Burley falling off the mound towards the third base side, isn't able to do it. Checks up nicely for Jack.
Well, that worked out really well. Well, it's time for Saunders to break this over. He's 0 for 21. Great opportunity. Make something happen here. Fouled out to the catcher, Castro, in his first at bat. Had a 1-1 pitch that he fouled off in the 3rd inning. 6 hits now for the Mariners. Ball and a strike to Saunders. One. Wilson back safely.
And Burley has a good move. I don't think Jack's going to go anywhere with nobody out. Give Saunders a chance to get this runner in from third.
Saunders with a Mother's Day home run a couple of years ago. 1-2. That hit Castro. Swing. Ball and 2 strikes. And 2, pitch from Burley. Strike 3, called. 1 out. First strikeout for Burley this afternoon. Today's game is brought to you by Budweiser. This year, Budweiser will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can help support our nation's heroes. Back in high school. Perfect. Brendan Ryan 0 for 1. Speed pitch to Ryan, base hit right field. Cuss will score. Jack Wilson motoring, going to third to throw by Littlebridge, cut off by Ramirez. Mariners are on the board. It's 2-1 here in the 5th with 1 on, with 1 out and runners at first and third. So an RBI for Ryan, his 8th.
piece of hitting by Brendan Ryan, but swinging the bat better as of late. Pretty good pitch away from him. Solid line drive into right field. Jack Wilson, good speed, makes it around the third with no problem. He knows right away. He's already made up his mind. He's going.
And for Ichiro to pick up a run. Strike one. Ichiro, base hit last time up in the fourth. And with a one-out hit and run, ball hit him in the left foot, and it wasn't his fault. I mean, it just went right to where he was as he was steaming into second base. Tough break. Well, Bradley put it in play, got a base hit to right, and credited with the base hit. Fly ball, slicing to left center, plenty to score Wilson from there. So Ichiro, with the sac fly, has tied the ball game up at 2-2 here in the fifth, his 14th RBI. Nice job by Ichiro. It's his first sac fly of the season.
Good hitting by Ichiro. Take a look at this pitch. Bell tie, easy pitch to elevate. Because it's away from him, gets the barrel to it and drives Rios back far enough where Jack tags up, scores easily.
First two men, they get on, and they have both scored. Ryan didn't really get that extra dive, and he's 1 out of 2 in base stealing. Nice job by the Mariners here in the fifth. Kennedy and Jack Wilson exchanging notes. Nice job by Wilson after getting the lucky break. Nobody fielding his push bunt attempt. 1-1 to Luis Rodriguez. 0 for 2 today. Ichiro picking up that run, a valuable run. His 14th RBI of the season. And the sun breaking through again. Always a good sign. Two runs, 7 hits, and an error for the Mariners. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the White Sox. One and two. Day off tomorrow, travel day tomorrow for the Mariners who travel east to face Baltimore. See the Orioles Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. 4:05 start times here in Seattle. Then Cleveland Friday night. Day game Saturday. A day game Sunday, and then back home for 4.
Cleveland still playing well.
How about that?
22-10 start of today. They're losing to the Angels right now, 3-2 in the 7th inning. They're playing good baseball.
Carmona still in that game right now. They're bottom of the 7th. Fly ball, short center field, going out Beckham, second baseman. Rios coming in. Whoa! That's a lot dicier than they would have liked it to have been. The catch made by Rios. Good inning for the Mariners as they tie it up. RBIs by Ryan and Ichiro. 2-2 ball game. is brought to you by AT&T and by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Good crowd on hand. A lot of kids, a lot of moms, a lot of dads. Family day here. Love to see that. Mariners 2 games under 500, trying to win their 4th consecutive series. Taking over on the mound right now is David Pauly. Eric Bedard, he went 5. Gave up 5 hits, a couple of runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. David Pauly's been outstanding coming out of the bullpen. He and Aaron Laffey have been the guys most trusted by Eric Wedge in middle relief. Then he finishes up the games with Wright in the 8th. And Brandon League, who has been perfect in save opportunities at 9 for 9 at the back end. Paul Konerko. He leads off. 9 strikeouts. Let me correct myself. 9 strikeouts for Bedard. Did a no decision today. Down the line, foul. And Bedard only gives up 1 earned run. 100 pitches, 70 for strikes. Well, this relief corps has done a very nice job for the Mariners and Eric Wedge.
You look at the late games that the Mariners have come back and won. Obviously, you have to come up with the clutch hits, and we all like to talk about that. That's a solid base hit in the left field by Konerko.
He can hit. He's 3 for 3.
He can. He'll do some damage, too. Just missed a home run earlier in the game. Take a look at Paul's swing. He's not going to miss that pitch very often.
Look at the head.
Head right down. Pitch down, middle of the plate, and hits it hard in the left field.
Had a great career. Alex Rios, infield hit last time up, hit into a double play as well. David Pauly on the 3rd of this month, 5 days ago, picked up his first career win as a reliever. Inning stint against the Texas Rangers. David really happy with the way his slider has been working. He's been able to command that baby really well. Fastball's been good. Still working on a change, and it's coming. Line drive. Konerko back safely. Rios is retired.
Right off the end of the bat. Looked like the ball was actually trying to slice away from Ryan at shortstop, but he stays with it, makes the catch. You know, the Mariners coming back in those games, it's been a big part of the relief pitching. They played good defense. Always concentrate on that game-winning hit, which is critical. Bunts through that pitch, Lillibridge. But you can't make too many mistakes in the field.
Well, that's one of the things that you hang your hat on with this Mariner ball club coming into the season. You figured they'd pitch and you figured they'd catch the ball. It's been important. By the way, there's 9 strikeouts for Bedard, a season high. Strike 2 to Lillibridge. He struck out looking and swinging. Job by the Mariners tying it up in the 5th. RBI by Ryan and a sacrifice fly by Ichiro gets the job done after Cust and Wilson started the inning. Cust with a double. One hops the fence in straightaway center field, and a push bunt that drops in fair and uncontested for Jack Wilson. Infielded double play depth. The pitch misses outside, 1-2. Rolls over, and here's Ryan Wilson. There's one. Trying to get two. No. Littlebridge got down the line nicely. The ball hit not quite hard enough, but a good job by Ryan and Wilson to get that front end.
Littlebridge runs well. The ball, as Dave mentioned, not hit hard. Take a look at the swing by Littlebridge. Tops it right out in front of the plate. And a really nice play by Jack Wilson, who seems to be getting more and more comfortable at second base. Ball in the dirt, picks it cleanly, and gets rid of the throw. Even on a Sunday day game, Mother's Day, the guys were out early today working on their infield practice.
Nice transfer. There's Ramon Castro, the catcher. RBI single last time up. Yeah, you like to see that confidence in Jack now. He's hanging tough in there even more.
You can tell that he's starting to get a better feel on when runners are next to him or close to him. Those guys at second base, they always have their back to the runner. A little bit unsettling when you've been on the other side of the diamond your whole career.
Tell you what, my entire life I've always had admiration for second basemen. You know, because I know, you know, when I was playing at all the levels I played, I tried to kill a guy if he was at second base. You're trying to break up two.
That's what you're supposed to do. And the good ones, they have that clock inside of them.
Right.
They know. And it seems like Jack is getting closer to that all the time. It seems more comfortable and doesn't try to get rid of it too quickly. Hangs in there a lot better than he did earlier in the season. Because if you don't know, you can really hurt somebody.
Hey, man. I know I've sat for long periods of time listening to stories about Mr. Don Baylor, Mr. Frank Robinson, Mr. Kirk Gibson.
Get on you in a hurry, too.
Albert.
That's a truck coming in there.
Hal McRae. And Miguel loses the handle on that one. Stolen base for Littlebridge, his fourth. That's a certain kind of guy to play second base, man. At least shortstop, you're always coming across.
And you can see him.
Yeah. It's the outside corner. Castro didn't believe it. 1-2. As a catcher, I get blown up enough at home plate. So if I had a chance to blow up a second baseman. 1-2. Breaking ball, they foul. That's not a lot of laughs. You're a human pincushion there.
At home?
Oh, dude.
You have all that gear on. You're fine.
He gives you take, but you certainly remember you get housed a couple of times. Oh, my goodness. I don't think too many guys run into Ramon Castro. Look at the build in this guy. He ain't no Levo. You want to get that Joe DiMaggio fade slide in there. 1-2. Nice dig by Miguel. Famous picture, a famous piece of film of Joe D coming in. I think it was a pass ball or something. And he had this unbelievable hook slide towards the first base. Just got the toe in. You never see that again. I mean, it looked like ballet, man. Joe DiMaggio.
I don't think Joe D was taking on too many catches.
No.
Nor would they want him to.
That's true. 2-2. Backhand by Miguel on that pitch. 3-2. Probably trying to hang a 0 up here in the sixth. 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Mariners. Bradley Olivo and Smoke in the bottom of this inning. Littlebridge, fast runner. Payoff to Castro. Look out. Foul ball. Mariners going for their fourth consecutive series win, having beaten Detroit, Boston, and Texas. Three-two pitch. Took a lot off it. Strikes out Castro. Fine performance here in the 6th inning by David Pauly. He does hang up a 0. The score remains 2-2. Bradley, Olivo, and Smoke coming up. Mariners calendar is brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Back east to Baltimore and Cleveland for the next 6 games. Then we'll see the Minnesota Twins, who are in 4th place today in the American League Central. Angels come in. They lead in the West by a game starting today. Meanwhile, the Yankees 12-5, 9th inning lead at Texas. Derek Jeter 4 for 6, 2 runs, 2 homers, 3 runs batted in. Anderson 3 for 4. Bradley, little squibber. It's a fair ball, base hit. Milton with his 2nd hit in a row. He's 2 for 3.
Well, they have a swinging bunt. Looked like a changeup running away from him. Hits it off the end of the bat. Nothing the third baseman Morel can do with it other than just pick it up and put it in his pocket. That's a base hit for Milton. Maybe Miguel Olivo 2 for 2 in this game.
Base hit to right his last time in the 4th. Hit a line drive to left center. First time up. Mariners were down 2-0 after 4, but they tied it in the 5th. RBIs by Ichiro and Ryan. White Sox got 2 runs in the 4th, 1 earned. RBI by Castro, and an error by Olivo allowed the 2nd run to score. Eric Wedge said, listen, I'm not going to wear the pink necklace today on Mother's Day, breast cancer awareness. I'm not a necklace kind of guy. Now you see he's got the wristband. He said, I would use the pink bat, although many of you think I wouldn't, but I sure as heck wouldn't wear the pink shoes.
I think most of the guys probably feel that way about it. We're going to represent. Take the bat up there. Yeah,
absolutely. Fly ball. Right field for Lillibridge. 1 out. 1 down here in the 6th. Follow the Mariners with MLB.com at Bat 11. It's a great app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. You get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text at BAT to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. I use it right here myself. One out, 1 on for Justin Smoke. Hit into a double play and lined out to center.
Hit the ball hard twice. See if we can get one elevated.
Wow! Oh, goes back to what we've been talking about the last few days. And I know you admire this because you were a guy that swung hard and tried to square it up a lot. He is on fire right now. Even the foul balls he's hitting.
Yeah, the thing that I like is he's looking for a pitch in the middle of the plate. He doesn't care what it is, and if he gets it, he's turning it loose. And granted, that was a foul ball, but still staying aggressive in the middle of the plate.
And again, as I said yesterday, man, a few words. Basically, hey, I'm seeing it, and I'm hitting it.
How's it go? Walk softly, carry a big stick.
Thank you, Mr. Roosevelt.
Yep.
Theodore. Two and one from Burley.
We talked about it with him, but leading the club in home runs and RBIs, came into the game hitting .305, 66 pitches for Burley.
Away. It's fun to open up the stat sheet and see Smoke 8th in slugging, 4th in on base percentage in the league. Runner goes. Set to center field. Rios has it tracked. Bradley will have to get back. Still kind of strong.
You see his head staying with the pitch. It's a good pitch. Changeup that's down in the zone. Lines it out to center field.
Mark Burley, 7 career victories against the Mariners, 7-4, a 3.95 ERA, 16 games, 15 starts. But here at Safeco, 1-3 with a 4.42. There's Jack Cust. One hop double off the fence in center field last time up in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. Those Indians, they just put up a 2 in the 8th. They lead 4-3 at the Angels. Here's the career against the Mariners for Mr. Burley coming into today's action. Pitcher. Bradley 3 out of 3 in base stealing thus far. He had 2 outs with Cust. At the dish, 0-1. Jack Cust with his 1 for 2 against Burley today is 6 for 13 with a home run. Jack 0 for 3 last night. Struck out twice looking. That move, even if Bradley wanted to take a big lead, I mean, he's
can't afford to.
He scrambled back with a 1.5, 2-step lead. There he goes. Here's a throw by Castro. It is not in time and dropped by Ramirez. Stolen base for Milton Bradley. His 4th. He's 4 for 4. And on the pitch, it was ball 2. So Jack Cust, the chance to give the Mariners the lead here.
And Milton guesses right, takes off on the first move. Short hop down there. Ramirez couldn't handle it.
Base hit will score him. Counts run full.
Five pitches, all of them just off the plate away.
Bradley at second base, the lead run in this 2-2 ball game. 3-2 to Cust. Struck him out. That'll do it here in the 6th as Burley comes up with a big K, his 2nd of the afternoon. The score remains deadlocked at 2-2.
Hey, I just want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope you have a wonderful day, especially my own. Hey, Mom.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 7th inning in a 2-2 ball game here at Safeco Field. Happy Mother's Day. Good crowd on hand. 26,074. David Pauly in his second inning of work, and Beckham skies one right side. Ichiro, yes, he makes the catch. Check in with Andy Minting.
Dave, thanks. The division-leading Los Angeles Angels are at home against the AL Central-leading Indians. We go to the top of the 5th inning where Northwest native Grady Sizemore went deep to center field. It's the 5th time for him this season. Right now, the Indians lead this one. Back to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. Good to have Grady Sizemore back in baseball after the microfracture surgery a year ago. Big part of Cleveland's success this season. Off to a great start. One out. Here's Brent Morrell. Looks at a strike. 1 for 2 today. Strikeout his last time. First time up. Single to left field. Pauly back with another strike. Breaking ball sliced down the line. Foul.
And Pauly having to throw 20 pitches last inning. So look at Aaron Lappy up in the bullpen. He is one of the guys who's done a nice job.
Inning in a 3rd scoreless ball last night. A strikeout and a hit batter. Has done a good job. 0-2 to Morrell. Sun beaming through some clouds now. Breaking ball struck him out. Second K for Pauly. 2 down here in the 7th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Pauly this year, nothing tentative about him like he was last year. He has been very aggressive.
Start to gain confidence, believe in your stuff, and definitely has enough of it. Start locating better and getting hitters out easily.
Ryan goes over to Smoke. A 1-2-3 7th. Home 7th coming up. Wilson, Saunders, and Ryan. The Mariners trying to win this series. It's a 2-2 ball game.
Brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. A 2-2 ball game as the Mariners try to get this rubber match with the Chicago White Sox. And, Mike, it's time for rally fries.
Well, I don't know how we could pass this sign up. 4 generations. We have the little girls, Sophia and Andrea. Their mom's in the middle there. That's Maria. There she goes. She's going to get some flies. And then we have Eileen, who's the grandma back there in the back. And how about a couple of great grandmas?
I love it.
Pat and Mary are also here, so that's a nice family.
Nice to have the whole crew out. Nice to have the whole crew out today for the ball game here on Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all of them.
Man, I tell you what, I go back. I got to think back a long time since I had all 4 generations of our folks together. My goodness, I was about 8. I was 9 years old, I think. Last time I remember that happened.
It's good to see them all at the ballpark today. Nice day.
Sun breaking through again. Yep. The clouds moving on. The roof was extended during the early portion of the baseball morning, and then at 11:40, Chuck Armstrong and his crew said, "Let there be open sky." Jack Wilson's going to lead it off. Mark Burley continues, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. Burley struck out 2, and not surprising, he's not walked anybody. Jack Wilson came up last time with Cust at second, having led off with a double. Tried to bunt him over, and it dropped in. Nobody covered. This one popped up, playable for the second baseman. Beckham, he's going back. Rios coming in. Beckham, he's there, makes the play. Saunders is the hitter now, and 0 for 2 today, 0 for his last 22. Worked by Burley this afternoon. Productive, and that bunt attempt goes foul. Saunders looking for a bust out here. 0 for 22 as he looks at a strike 2. 0-2 behind 0-2 here in the 7th. Way gonna miss, and Burley keys him again. Second time in a row for Saunders. Quick 2 outs in the 7th.
It's a big breaking ball from Burley. Takes a lot off of it. Michael's out in front. Amazing. 80 pitches now working here in the 7th. Couple outs in the 7th. 55 strikes, 25 balls for Burley.
Jamie Wright getting ready. Who's the quickest worker during your time, Biggs?
Oh boy.
I know Kenny Rogers is one, right? You say Kenny for a time he was pretty quick, right? But not this quick.
I can't think of anybody that's like Burley.
The last one I can think of this quick was Jim Cott. Jim was wrapping up his career.
He wouldn't even wait for signs.
Here
comes another one. Yeah.
What a good guy. 2-1. Ryan ahead 3-1 here. Well, he thought he was aboard. Not so fast, my friend. Well, the Tracer and Ryan have the same thought. Not Mark Ripperger. Oh, it got the umpire. That's a fair ball. It got the umpire. Mark Wagner took a double away from Ryan. Oh, man.
That hit him about as solid as you can get hit, too. He hit him right in the ankle.
Jeff Datz checking with him.
This is hit right on the button down the line. An easy double for Ryan. See the umpire trying to get out of the way.
Well, now he had some good ups too, but couldn't get out of the way. Oh man, that thing ate him up.
bad break for the Mariners.
Second time they had Ichiro on a hit and run get hit on his left foot. Set up a first and third back in the fourth inning. Mariners were turned away. They had 3 hits, left 2 men on in the fourth. They did come back with 2 runs and 3 hits in the fifth. Boy, that's a tough break. What a one to Ichiro. RBI's last time on a sacrifice fly, his first sac fly of the year. Over Burley's head, Ramirez just got a nice play. 7 in the books in a 2-2 game on a beautiful Mother's Day here in Seattle.
Out there, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here.
Little BLT, Brandon League time here. Maybe we'll see him a little bit later. He's 9 for 9 in save opportunities. Great day, Mother's Day here in Seattle. Kids on hand. As we saw in that last half inning, we had 4 generations of one family. How cool is that? 2 sets of great grandmothers, the grandmother, the parents, the grandmother. Mariners going to do it the right way right now. Jamie Wright with his 16th appearance. And he's put up outstanding numbers here for the Mariners. David Pauly, he just threw 2 scoreless innings, giving up just 1 hit. Pauly struck out 2 in the process. Here's Ramirez to lead it off. Eric Bedard continued through 3 at bats, pounding Ramirez in on the inside corner up near his hands. Let's see if Wright continues.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. You get late in the game and it's 2-2. When you're typically a guy that pitches the 8th, 9th innings of a game, you're trained to stay away from hitters. Don't want to make a mistake in the middle of the plays. He flips this one down the right field line.
Sliced foul.
Yeah. But again, that pitch away.
David Pauly, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Good performance. Alexi Ramirez strikeout looking and swinging against Bedard and then walked his 3rd time up. 0-2. 2-2. Popped it up. Smoke will not have a play. Love Sunday day baseball in the bright sunshine. Hard to beat. Two and two to Ramirez. Full count. Ramirez to be followed by Dunn and Konerko. Payoff. Lost it. Jamie Wright walks his first man. Potential lead run is aboard here in the 8th inning. Tired of paying those high gas prices? Well, relax and ride Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Adam Dunn will be the hitter. And for Jamie Wright, it's his 6th walk of the season against 11 strikeouts and 14 1/3. Dunn is 4 for 15 against Jamie, and 2 of them have been long balls. He'll be careful here. Ball 1. We're going to see Florida later on in the month of June. Annabelle Sanchez flirted with yet another no-no. 8-0 win against Washington. Is it fast enough to get 2? Just got him. As Ramirez hustled in the last few strides, and so did Ryan, and Ryan beat him. It's a big out. Take a look at the high-speed pitch count for the starters today. Mark Burley and Eric Bedard. Bedard, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 9 Ks. And Burley is still in this ball game. Done aboard on a fielder's choice, 1 out. Konerko, the hitter, he has had a great day, 3 for 3. Single to right, double to left, single to left, and he scored a run. Konerko 3 for 17 against Wright.
And he's probably their most dangerous hitter. Has his average up to 312 now. 3-hit day today. 8 home runs, 27 RBIs for Konerko.
Throws it away. That's not good. Done. Close to 300 pounds. He'll rumble into second base. E1.
Even as big as Justin Smoke is, you don't want to get your arm tangled up with Dunn.
High school quarterback back in the state of Texas. Count 1-0. Back to the strike. 1-1. 1-1 from Jamie Wright. Swinging a foul into Olivo's glove for strike 2. Critical out. And it's 3 for 3. Want to get him out of the picture. Alex Rios, he's on deck. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2.
That looked like a good pitch. Nice eye by Konerko to lay off of it.
Or you can say the home plate.
Might have missed one.
Missed one, yes. Two. We'll play for Smoke. All right. Introducing him to baseball. Good seats in the sun. Great vantage point. Here at Safeco Field. Good crowd. 26,074. At 26,288 last night. 31,912. So good weekend. Good to see all you Mariner fans coming out to the ballpark. Big 2-2 pitch to Paul Konerko. Finds a hole, base hit. Done at 6'6", 285. Play right in front of him. He'll hold. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Konerko 4 for 4 in the game. Jamie Wright made a good pitch on him earlier in the bat. Didn't get the call. A couple more pitches later and he ends up with a base hit in the hole on the left side.
Talk about have a day. Went 2 for 4 last night. 4 for 4 today. 0 for 3 in the first game of the series. Top of the 8th, a 2-2 ball game. Runners at the corners. Infield about halfway. Rios the hitter. Looks at a strike. Rios 2 for 10 against Jamie Wright. That's what they want. Double play ball. They turn it out of the inning. Just what the doctor ordered the right way. Jamie Wright hangs a 0 in the 8th inning. Helped by a double play. Ryan, Wilson, Smoke. What a combo. 2-2's the score.
CWS Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Dave, it's getting so loud down here, I can barely hear myself talk.
That's not a bad situation when you have 26,074 on hand. Couple of double plays. Alex Rios is hit into 2. And that one ended the 8th inning. Time for the Mariners to get a run here against Mark Burley. Luis Rodriguez, Bradley, and Olivo. 2-3-4 here in the 8th. Burley's given up 2 runs on 9 hits. Struck out 3. Has not issued a walk.
See the Mariners get a couple of runners on. Olivo has swung the bat well. Justin Smoke has hit the ball hard.
Brandon League up and throwing.
Smoke doesn't have anything to show for it, but he's been swinging the bat well off of Burley.
Pulls over on an outside pitch. Ramirez throws out Rodriguez. 1 out. Chicago broke on top of the 4th inning. An RBI single by Ramon Castro. And on that play, throw by Milton Bradley off target, in and out of the glove of Miguel Olivo. That allowed Rios to score. Home plate not covered by Bedard. Look out, that one. Oh my goodness. Says he's okay. Man, that ball got there in a hurry.
I think it hit the side of his camera. You can see the indentation there.
Whew. Boy, he's lucky.
Right.
Milton's got base hits last 2 times up. Fly to right, single to right. Infield hit in the 6th and stole 2nd.
Burley now at 95 pitches here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Is he smooth or what? Man.
You said it earlier, it's like he's just having a catch out there. He's topped out at 87 miles an hour today. Not overpowering, but he's changed speeds. Take a look at that. Tracer pitches on both sides of the plate.
Ramirez in the hole. Digging hard for first is Bradley. They throw him out. 2 down. Olivo, a couple of hits today. Hard knock in the 2nd inning, the left center field. Base hit to right for it. Flied out to right in the 6th. Angels rally to beat Cleveland 6-5. 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Popped up. Konerko does have a play. Inning over. Quick and quietly go the Mariners in the 8th in a 2-2 game. Field soil giveaway. It's set for Monday, May 16th. Mariners host the Twins, and after the game, 5,000 fans get a 9-quart bag of Safeco Field soil when they leave the ballpark. It's courtesy of Cedar Grove. Now, this soil is perfect for potting plants, made from compostable materials. So make sure you get your tickets by going to mariners.com. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, a Root Sports crew. A little BLT for you on the Mother's Day. A little Brandon League time here this Sunday afternoon.
Numbers for Brandon. ERA just over 2. Again, 9 for 9 in save opportunities. This is not one of them.
Mark Tien pinch hitting. Tien pinch hitting for Brett Lillibridge. So Tien on Friday night, 250 hitter. 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter. Friday night, Tien went 0 for 3. Eric Wedge thinking, hey, get my best guy in here, throw up a 0, come up with a run, bottom 9, leave with a W.
As a hitter, you're going to be looking at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball and a split 86 to 88.
Devastating that split bit. And then when you combine them both, hey.
You have to basically guess right. Got to stay on the fastball and lay off of the split. Easier said than done. Look at that last fastball, 86 on the outside corner. Take a look at the swing by Tien. Good movement on that fastball. Started in the middle of the plate and ran off on the outside corner.
2-2. Tien, Castro, and Beckham. 6, 7, and 8 here for the White Sox in this 2-2 ball game. Swing and a miss, and Tien is gone. One down here in the 9th.
And that's what you get, trying to get it geared up for 96, and here comes a split at 87. Tien out in front, bottom falls out of it, and Brandon gets another strikeout.
Have so.
Yeah. I think it's even more difficult for right-handed hitters just because of the angle that Brandon comes at you with. A little sidearm, 3/4 at 97.
Castro, the catcher, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Knocked in a run in the 4th, struck out in the 3rd and the 6th. One and one. Santos getting ready. Sergio Santos, hard throwing right-hander. He's a converted infielder. He's a power pitcher. A 1-1. Center field, backs up Saunders, who's got it under control, drifting just shy of the track for the second out. 2 down here in the 9th. Root Sports is looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest. Throughout the season, we're going to be going state to state to find the most passionate fans in our region. This month, we want to hear from our devoted fans in Oregon. So log on to rootsports.com and show us what you've got. Show us why you're one of the best Mariners' ultimate Northwest fans. 2 outs, nobody on for Gordon Beckham, the second baseman. Gordon's 0 for 3. Coming off that 3 for 4, 2 runs and 1 RBI performance last night. Bedard started for the Mariners, 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, 1 earned. Paulie, 2 scoreless innings, and Jamie Wright, a scoreless inning. One and 1 to Gordon Beckham. League with a new haircut. Just throwing the daylights out of the ball, doing a great job. Mariners will have Smoke, Custon, Wilson, bottom 9. The 1-1. So league in control right now. He's got a 1-2 count to Gordon Beckham. Saunders playing him a couple of steps towards right in center field. 1-2 from League. Do it again. White Sox leave here. They go to play the Angels Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Off day Thursday. Play Oakland for 3 over the weekend before going home. Ball at 2 strikes. Way outside, 2-2. Two from League. Hey, struck him out. He gets away from Olivo. He's going to hurry. He'll throw down the Smoke, hitting over. To the home 9th we go. All it's going to take is a run. 2-2 ball game. And coming up, Smoke, Custon, Wilson.
Of the ninth again against the Chicago White Sox. We'll find out. Meantime, elsewhere in the AL West, the Yankees continue the Rangers' free fall. Jeter has 2 home runs in this game. The A's on top of the Royals. Tyson Ross gets his 2nd win of the season. And the Indians end up falling to the Angels. 6-5, Socha's 1,000th win. So right now in the standings, Angels on top. And the Texas Rangers and the Oakland A's both 2 back. The Mariners 3.5. But, of course, that could change with 1 swing of the bat, Dave.
Right you are, Angie. And they're going to have to get it done against a hard-throwing right-hander, Sergio Santos. This young man can really power it up there.
Yeah, look at his numbers. 13 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts. Opponent's average is 159. Has yet to give up an earned run.
Santos out of Bellflower, California, now lives in Gilbert, Arizona, 6'2", 230. First round pick, 27th overall by the Diamondbacks in June '02. Sox got him from the Giants in a cash exchange 2 years ago. And this is power on power right here. You got Santos against Justin Smoke, who's 0 for 3. He's hit into a double play and lined out twice to center field. Santos a year ago 2-2 with a 2.96 ERA and a save in 56 strikeouts in 56 games. Strike 1. First time Smoke is facing Santos. 0-1 pitch. 1-2.
After seeing 97 on the first pitch, comes back with a split. About 90 miles an hour, and Justin was out in front of it trying to get it geared up with a good fastball from Santos.
Here's the 0-2. Just got a piece. Got Ramon Castro in his right hand. So young man Santos started his baseball career in the pros as a shortstop. Not a big hitter, but they saw the arm that you're seeing right now. They're going to change your occupation. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Slider got him. 1 out.
One fastball was the first pitch, and then he comes back with the off-speed pitches, and Justin's out in front of a couple of them, able to foul one of them off.
Strikeout, certainly no stranger to Sergio Santos. Second best strikeout per 9-inning ratio among White Sox rookie pitchers, relievers in club history, behind Bobby Jenks. 9 per 9 innings pitch. Jack Cust to the ball. 14 holds last year. Jack Cust 1 for 3. Jack gave it a good ride in the 5th inning. Hit one hop off the fence and straightaway center field for his hit today. Breaking ball, a good one. 1-2. Bullpen's been a problem for these White Sox. One of the reasons why they're 12-22 coming into today's game. Bounce that one up. Off the arms of Castro. 2-2.
See, he's topped out at 97, has a split. We saw a good breaking ball from him.
Baseball America last year said this young man had the best fastball among Sox farmhands. It's certainly proven that to be true.
Last pitch really took a piece out of Castro.
Didn't it? Two and 2 to Jack Cust. Time granted. Two pitch. Just another 3-2 count, his second in as many plate appearances. Sitting dead red.
I think you have to, don't you? Take a chance.
Absolutely. Can end it right here. 3-2 to Jack Cust. Fouled it off.
And he got it. 96 miles an hour. Up out over the plate.
Pierre in left field, practically on the warning track. Rios deep in center. Ditto in right. Martin. Big pitch. 3-2 to Jack Cust. One out, nobody on. Fouled it off again.
It's when it gets tough. You get to this count, get a couple of fastballs to handle. Not able to get either one of them in play somewhere. Starts creeping the back of your mind. Is this one he's going to try that split again or a hard breaking ball?
Oh, here we go. 3-2 to Jack Cust. Lost him. Ball 4. Winning run is aboard here at the bottom of the 9th inning. That'll bring up Jack Wilson. Hey, one of the most talked about giveaways in baseball this year is a Franklin Gutierrez death, the Flying Things fly swatter. On Thursday, May 19th, when the Mariners meet the Angels, first 20,000 fans take home a fly swatter featuring Goody and his gold glove. It's a collectible you won't find anywhere else. For tickets, visit mariners.com. See all the little brothers and sisters and whacking each other with those things.
Adam Kennedy has come on. He'll pinch run for Jack Cust.
Jack Wilson at the plate. Jack 1 for 3, a run scored. Strike 1.
See if Jack can shoot the hole over on the right side of the infield. If he can, Kennedy should be able to get around to third. As far as Santos throws, you would think if he hits the fastball, it's going to be to the right side.
That third baseman Morrell guarding the line. 0-2 now to Jack Wilson. Bedard, Paulie, Wright, and League have thrown for the Mariners. Santos in relief of starter Mark Burley, who went 8 strong innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Two to Jack Wilson. .22. Santos is set. Not a big lead by Kennedy.
Now I think Adam over at first base. He needs to stay heads up. If Santos decides to throw a split in the dirt, even if it doesn't get away from the catcher Castro, if he gets a good jump, he can get down to second.
One-two to Jack Wilson. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. 2 down here in the 9th.
And again, here's the off-speed pitch down in the zone. When you have to get geared up to catch up to 97, it's tough to lay off of that pitch, especially in that location. Looks like a strike coming out of his hand. 85 miles an hour.
There's Michael Saunders. He is 0 for 3 today, 0 for his last 23. Now's a good time as any. Up high. Ball 1. Michaels fouled out to the catcher, struck out looking and struck out swinging. 1-0. It's it sharply, but right to Ramirez, perfectly placed. The hit chart showed the right place to be. Extra frames here on Mother's Day, a 2-2 game. White Sox are 2-3 in extra frames. Brandon Lee will throw another inning. So 1-2-3 ninth. Wrapped a couple of strikeouts around a fly out to center field. Brent Morel, Juan Pierre, and Alexi Ramirez, 9-1-2 here in the 10th.
Brandon, he's been on such a good run, but closing games out, he has not had to throw more than one inning. See how long Eric Wedge will go with him.
Everybody throwing at the moment.
Well, you said it. He's their best out in the pen, and there's not going to be a save opportunity for him today, so he may as well use him. You have tomorrow off to travel.
Yep. Finds a hole, base hit. A 1-0 pitch to Brent Morel.
Throws such a heavy fastball. It's running in on Morel. Actually gets in on him a little bit. Gets it on the ground. Unfortunately for Brandon, it finds a hole on the left side. I'll tell you what, Luis Rodriguez, I don't think he can get much closer at third. Standing right on top of Pierre.
One sacrifice. Beg your pardon, 5 sacrifices leaving the ball club for Juan Pierre. Off the plate, Oliva looked at second. He'll take the out at first. Sacrifice 2-3 down to second is Morel.
Once this bounces high in the air, there isn't going to be a play at second base. You can see it bounce right out of your screen.
Everybody but the umpire looking at the ball. Did you see that?
I did. Pierre stood in there for a long time, too, didn't he? Checking out a plane going over the top of the Safeco field.
Here's Alexi Ramirez. First 2 times up, he struck out. Next 2 times up, he walked. Morel, pretty good speed at second base. Ball 1 to Alexi. Eighth day of May, 3 for 24 on the month. He drives this one deep to the gap. They're not going to glove it. Scoring easily is Morel. Ramirez to second, an RBI double. 3-2 Chicago. They've been trying to pitch him on the hands the entire day. And he got one he can handle here.
And it hasn't been just the day, it's been in this series. And you take a look at it, Miguel set up inside. Brandon not able to get it there right in the middle of the plate. Ramirez hits it hard into the gap.
So a 3-2 lead. Here's Dunn. Runner at second. RBI for Ramirez, his 11th.
And with that base hit, Aaron Lappy gets up in the Mariner bullpen.
Was up earlier. So Ramirez, he's at second, an RBI double. His second hit of the series. That is It's really tattooed down into the corner. Coming around to score is Ramirez. And Big Adam Dunn will rumble into second with an RBI double. So back-to-back doubles at a 2-run lead for the White Sox, 4-2.
And both of them hit right on the button. 96-mile-an-hour fastball to Adam Dunn, and he turns on it. It's it right over Justin Smoke's head down at first base.
And Wedge, Eric Wedge will come out and get Brandon League, who is throwing a second inning, I believe, for the first time this year. 4 runs on 10 hits for Chicago, 2-9-2 here for the Mariners. League is done here with 1 out in the 10th with 2 runs on the board for Chicago. Aaron Laffey will take over. Give him a well hit ball as Ramirez a double to left center, and then Adam Dunn just crushes one into the right field corner. And all the guys you've seen and played with and against, in terms of having a different sound, Dunn has got to be in your top 5, right?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, when he's a big man, he swings a big bat, by the way. It's all barrel that's out there.
Yeah, right. That's the truth.
Yeah. I mean, when he covers it, it's loud.
Quarterback in high school, threw 44 touchdown passes, redshirted at Texas, was going to play with the intention that he was going to play baseball. Redshirted as a quarterback at UT. Then when baseball season came around, he said, bye. Cornerbacks all over the Southwest Conference and the Big 12, or then the Southwest Conference, say thank you. It's Laffey throws a strike to Konerko, who's been ridiculous today. He's 4 for 4. Mariners are really going to have to get some work done in the bottom of the 10th. They need to shut the door right here. 1 down, runner on. Quick 0-2. Konerko 4 for 17 against Aaron Laffey. Something in his eye. Yesterday he had something wrong with his wrist. A movable part in that, I believe it's his left wrist. That bullet right near the thumb of the wrist. 0-2. Adam Dunn, he's at second base. Back-to-back doubles by the Sox. hold. Laffey threw a scoreless inning in a third last night with a strikeout. Ball misses. 2-2.
Looks like Aaron's trying to be really careful with Konerko. Not a bad idea. First base is open. Been the hot hitter for the White Sox. Not just today, but even coming into it. Hitting .295 coming into the game.
Konerko and Carlos Quentin, the most productive hitters entering this series here. Paul hitting .295 entering today. Quentin getting a rest today, .264, but Paul came in with 8 home runs and 7 for Quentin. Good slugging numbers for both. Power hitter. He's got a good eye. We've seen that over the years.
That's why he hits for a good average. Yeah, over the years he's been real consistent hitter for the White Sox. Oh, look at that pitch right at the bottom of the strike zone. They missed a couple of those on Paulie today.
3-2 from Laffey. Little looper. Could be trouble. It is. Drops in. First and third. How about Paul Konerko? 5 for 5.
Aaron makes a good pitch. He ends up jamming Paul, breaks his bat. Well, when things are going right for you, this is his day. Still finds some outfield grass for a base hit.
.323 is his batting average now. After the 5 for 5, he started the day at .295. Boy, that is an afternoon. Here's Alex Rios.
The Mariners had the same situation, same people involved in it. Back in the 8th inning, they're able to get a ground ball to the shortstop. Earned a double play to get out of the inning. They'd certainly like to see that again.
Here. He's hitting into 2 double plays today. Make it 3. 0-1. This one out of play. League started on the mound here in the 10th. Gave up a leadoff single to Morrell. Sacrificed the second by Pierre. Then a double to left center by Ramirez. Double down the right field line by Dunn. Now a single. Parachute dropping center field by Konerko. Two. Loper, that's in there. Base hit. Dunn will score. Konerko, he'll hold it second. 5-2 White Sox.
Another jam shot. This one back in on the hands again. Inside out swing. Fights it off back up the middle. Like he was going to make sure he didn't try to pull the ball this time. As David mentioned, he hit into a couple of double plays, but a good piece of hitting there, staying inside the inside fastball.
Down to second is Konerko. That's the 12th hit by Chicago. Here's Martin. And he hits a towering fly ball, short center field. Saunders for the catch in the second out. Hi, Mom. That's a good way to celebrate it. Castro's the 8th hitter for Chicago here in the 10th inning. One and one. Couldn't hold up. Seagulls circling here at a little after about 4:11 Pacific time. 3 spot here in the 10th. Mariners going to have to match or beat. Keep this game going. Two to Castro. Five-hit inning for Chicago.
Yeah, 12 hits on the day. Mariners have 9 hits, just the 2 runs.
Mariners today, 5 runners left on. 6 runners left on by Chicago to this point. That pitch outside, 2-2. This is the first run scored in this ballgame since the Mariners put 2 up in the 5th inning. And now Laffey's going 3-2. 2 outs. Both runners will be on the move. Konerko and Rios. And on deck, Gordon Beckham. 3-2 from Laffey. Castro getting a chance to start today. Day off for A.J. Brzezinski, the regular. Here's a 3-2. Runners go, and that's fouled off. As good as the bullpen has been this year, can't expect them to be perfect all the time. One of those days, and the Mariners offense is going to have to really pick them up here. Ryan, Ichiro, and Rodriguez coming up in the bottom of the 10th inning. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. And Castro goes down swinging, but a productive inning for the White Sox as they get 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They lead 2 and have a 5-2 lead to the bottom of the 10th inning. Win it here in the bottom of the 10th inning. 5-2 Chicago. Sergio Santos, his second inning of work, his first inning in the 9th. He racked up a couple of strikeouts and held the Mariners off the board. Here in the 10th, it'll be Brendan Ryan, Ichiro, and Luis Rodriguez.
They want to keep their winning series streak alive. They're going to rally up here. Tough customer in Santos. Did throw 18 pitches last inning.
Brendan Ryan picked up an RBI back in the 5th inning. Mariners 3-2 in this homestand. Trying to win their fourth consecutive series. Detroit, Boston, and Texas. And right there, and a nice bounce. Two to Ryan. Lost in all of this. A couple of good performances by the starters, particularly Mark Burley, who went 8, Darden went 5 and struck out 9. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Ryan out. Third strikeout for Santos. One out here in the 10th. Top of the order, Ichiro. Got a hit and an RBI today. Tough luck in the 4th inning on a hit and run with Bradley swinging. Ball went up the middle as Ichiro is on the run. He was about a step or two from, about 3 steps from second base, and ball hit him on the left foot. He was out. Bradley got a single. What's this in play? Ramirez gobbles, throws, got him 2 down. Last hope here for the Mariners, Luis Rodriguez. Bottom of the 10th. 5-2 Chicago lead. To Konerko, and that'll do it right there as the Chicago White Sox win it by a count of 5-2 in 10 innings. Mariner homestand ends at 3-3, and they do not win their 4th consecutive series. Sergio Santos gets his first win, and Brandon League with the loss. And Paul Konerko, what a day, Mike. 5 for 5.
5 for 5, and you take a look at the numbers. The Mariners with 9 hits, but just 2 runs. Weren't able to come up with some big hits when they needed it. And then a couple of miscues. You talked about the hit and run that ended up hitting Ichiro. It was probably a rally right there, and then an error that cost them a couple of runs early in the ball game. But overall, Eric pitched well again. They made him work hard. He had to throw a lot of pitches to get through 5, but only gave up 2 runs. One of them earned.